Oakley dokley. What is going on, peeps? Just waiting a few minutes for people to join. Alrighty. Come on in. Get started here in just a minute. Hang tight. Make sure I let the people know over on Facebook. Alrighty. All right, obviously you guys can hear me already. Yeah, good. How's everybody doing? Fernando, how you doing? Greetings. Hi, Sue. You, Freddie, everybody, how you doing? Okay, so let's go over some things. Because there's a lot of chatter going on within, obviously, the Iraqi dinar community, and with good reason. There's a lot of concern, as usual. We see an article, and people tend to get into panic mode just a little bit, so we're going to cover that. Let me just get over to I'm going to share with you guys the news as I go through it quickly here, so give me just a second. Let's do the share. Let's get over there. Okay, so there's quite a few things going on. These are some of the things that are going on I don't like, of course. We talked about this. And those things were what? We need stability. There needs to be security there. And I said that once this new administration got in there, don't be surprised if what? Iran starts feeling emboldened and starts, kicking up all kinds of dust. And that's exactly what's going on. So now we're seeing, militia groups firing rockets now, blowing people up with drones. We don't need this. What they're just trying to do is intimidate people, in my opinion. They got early elections coming in October. Right now, there's a big block of Iranian-backed politicians that are there. They're most likely going to be voted out of office. So this is just Iran's, jumping up and down like a spoiled child saying, pay attention to me, Biden, give me what we want. Lift their sanctions and stuff. The truth of the matter is they're already talking about it. I think some of the sanctions have already been lifted. So, this is just the third term of the old Biden administration. And so you guys, we just got to be careful. Just pay attention to what's going on there. So already Barzani and the U.S. Secretary of State, Blinken, in a call about the Erbil attack. So they use drones and they attack some people over there. Again, this is just them talking about what they need to do to secure the election. This is good. We want this election to happen. We want to get those people out of parliament that are not there for the good of the Iraqi people. So it says a drone laden with explosives damaged a storage hangar in the airbase during the attack. So I noticed that these rocket attacks, these drone attacks, don't always hurt people or don't always kill them. So again, I can't help but feel like this is more about getting attention. Now, people have died, so I don't want to downplay the fact that, in fact, there has been some deaths there. So, yeah, just this is not what we want to see over in Iraq. Al-Rafidian banks announcing the outcome of opening savings accounts for citizens. I told you guys before that the citizens of Iraq do not trust the banks. It's not so much the banks. It's every time they put their money in there, something happens. Corruption, they steal the money. ISIS comes along, they steal the money. You know what I mean? There's always something that happens and the money is taken. So you can understand if there's a trust issue with banks over there. But in order for this so-called Great Reset to take effect, everybody has to have a banking account. If they're trying to push everybody into universal basic income, 100% digital currency. If people don't have a banking account, then you can't control the masses. Okay? So here we go again. It's still Erbil and Baghdad negotiating. It will get ironed out. I don't know how they passed the budget without it. It's literally in their constitution. Okay, so Al-Qademi advisor outlines the positive for removing Iraq from the list of high-risk countries for money laundering. Now, this is big. Remember, I told you guys, we don't need some RV or RI to necessarily come out. That doesn't mean it won't happen. I'm just saying there's some major hurdles in its way at the moment. They might get resolved quickly. It's always possible. But there are other things we could look for. Okay? This is outstanding. This means now Iraq gets to go out and play in an international field. They're much more, with them off this high-risk list, this means companies from other countries could come in and invest in Iraq. They're not on this list. This is good. This is awesome for, again, Iraq. You start having these outside investors come in. That's what we want to see happen. So Saleh says right here, this is the result of high diplomatic efforts made by the Central Bank of Iraq in monitoring the flow of funds within the frameworks of international finance cooperation, which is reflected in the active membership of Iraq, the Iraq Anti-Money Laundering Office, and the role of the International Financial Work Team for the Middle East and North Africa since 2004. So good. Removing Iraq from the British list, which classifies dangerous countries in the issue of money laundering and terrorist funding. We know this was happening. So America moved them off their list a while back, and now Britain is removing them off their list. This is all great news for Iraq. Really, it is. It allows them to really start to grow their private sector. This is what we want. So here's the one where everybody's talking about and they're stressing about. Parliamentary finance expects the current dollar rate to remain for years. You guys pay attention to the wording. Parliamentary finance expects. So, is it possible to wait years? Of course it is, you guys. It's always possible. Take the good, the bad, the ugly. But do I think they're going to take years? No, I don't think so. There's too many good things happening. If we could just stop these militia armed groups from Iran coming over there and raising hell, I think these things would expedite a little bit quicker. We know oil prices are going to go up. We know that Al-Qademi has done a phenomenal job of taking a lot of the extra money that's coming in that was not expected for the budget and putting it into the private sector, creating more jobs. So they're not so reliant on oil sales. This is awesome, okay? So, they're saying here is expected, okay? So again, pay attention to wording. I'm going to remind you, for those you don't know, that Kuwait, the dinar, they did an article and they told everybody, we are not going to change the rate for years. 2 days later, they changed the rate. Now, I'm not saying that Iraq's going to change the rate in 2 years. I'm just saying, pay attention to the wording, listen to what they're saying, but pay more attention to what they're doing, okay? So, no, don't automatically get negative. Is it possible? Sure it is, but I don't think so, and there's a lot of reasons why. So somebody from the finance committee stated that the current price of the dollar would remain for years, while it indicated that the central bank's ability to control its current price in the market and prevent it from increasing further. Sure, they do. They are the ones that control the rate. And remember, the committee said, according to the official agency, the current exchange rate of 1,450 dinars for every $1 and determined by the central bank may last for years. May last for years. See how pay attention to the wording? May last for years, as it cannot be reduced because the budget is built on it. Well, each budget is done year by year. So for them to say this particular budget somehow affects the rate change for years, that's different. Again, they need to build a private sector. We need security there, stability there. There are a lot of memorandums of understanding that were signed between Iraq and other countries. Remember that. They're all doing business. This is good. Okay? With regards to the rise of the dollar's price above 1470 dinars, we believe that there is an attempt by the central bank to stop the rise. The bank has strategic stockpile of dollars, and it can contribute to the stability of exchange rate and not to increase it anymore. So we hear this. You hear this. Possibly, it may. Do you see the words they're using? Pay attention to the wording. Okay? Love how they do the wording. Word magic. But what did we just see not too long ago? That they were talking about doing a free float. So if they free float the currency, it has a tendency to shoot up, depending on supply and demand. If a lot of people start buying up dinars because they think it's going to shoot up, guess what it does to the value of the dinar? It increases its value against the US dollar. So you get less dinars for your US dollar. That's the good direction. So anyways, there's bombings going on. These are the types of things we don't want to see happening. Okay, so I'm going to keep scrolling down this a little bit. Look, Iran's coming in there. Yeah, Al-Qademi made a pretty decent threat against Iran about their behavior. And then he turned around and sent that same threat to the United States, telling them, you guys better do something about Iran. And so already, you guys got to keep in mind, look, you had to expect that Biden was going to just carry on the same policies that Obama had. And they are pushing the Great Reset agenda. That's not fictitious. That's not hyperbolic. That's not conspiracy. Biden's presidential campaign slogan was Build Back Better. It literally comes directly from the Great Reset. Okay. So let's keep going down here. Let's see here. Wisdom. Okay, so demanding to stop disastrous economic decisions. Wisdom forces that foiled the integration session of the central governor to protect him. So what was going on? Well, people in parliament wanted to know why the hell they changed the exchange rate, and they're not happy about it, and they want him to explain to the people why they changed the rate when the rate was stable where it was. I understand what they were trying to do, which was trying to get into this new year and at least a month or two into this new year to get the salaries passed, to get the budgets going. But once that happened, I fully anticipated that not only would it go back to the old rate, but that we would see increments over the year as things change. So yeah, I'm curious to see what their excuse is. So it says the government and the Ministry of Finance says these changing the exchange rate has stopped foreign currency smuggling, and that the myth of auction is gone forever. So they were using, look, the auctions are used to control the rate. The more you sell of US dollars, the more forces the country to use its own currency. It should strengthen the dinar. But it was being used for corrupt reasons. The auctions are going to stop this year anyways. Trust me when I tell you that. But they got to get away from having a dual currency. They have to stop using US dollars. Period. I'm talking about in the public sector. It's one thing that you use the petrodollar, you sell the oil, then use those dollars, take them to the bank, auction them off. But if they're going to stop the auction, just let them build up your foreign reserves. That also strengthens your dinar. Okay? So it says right here, yesterday, the Ministry of Planning announced an increase in inflation to 5% with the high poverty rates. Where does Parliament stand to be held accountable for those disastrous decisions for the country? Remember I told you if they did exactly what they did, which is lower the value of the dinar against the US dollar, it would affect the poor people. It would increase the poverty rate, and that's exactly what it did. So people want accountability. I am very curious to see, because look at, they had to usher the guy out of this meeting and protect him from integration. I'm curious to see what they have to say. I understand the reason why in the beginning, but we are past that stage now, and the budget's already out there, and they're doing very well. Oil prices are way higher than they were. Okay, so anyways, they're over here talking about what they need to do to get things ironed out between Erbil and Baghdad. Also, it's the security and all the other rocket launches and everything that's going out there. So this guy, which is the ambassador to Britain, so he was saying he had nearly escaped when the rockets attacked the base. He almost got hit. Oh, that's a scary thing. That's not what we want. So in the aftermath of the missile attacks, so in case you guys haven't noticed, what has happened, what has increased, I do believe I said this was going to happen. Once the Biden administration got in there, you would see the increase in attacks, the buildup of terrorists. You would see the people get a lot more bolder, these militia people, and sure enough, it's happening. Because you see, China and Iran are buddies, and China controls Biden. Everybody knows this. So now Iran's feeling like, cool. It's like, you know, there's that one kid at school. He always talks crap to everybody, and you just want to slap the crap out of him. But he has a bigger, older brother that can kick your butt, so you just tolerate his bullshit. That's Iran. That's that little dude that talks. You just want to slap the crap out of, but you can't. Because not only now does he have a bigger, older brother, but now he's got a friend, the United States administration, that's friendly to Iran. So yeah, that's the kind of situation that we're in. So a lot of things are happening, but I'm more focused on looking at the stability and security. I see what they're talking about as far as the rate change is happening. Again, you guys, just pay attention to the wordings, what I want you to do. You know what it says? They expect it to. They anticipate. It may take 4 years. So don't get down when you see bad news. Don't get excited when you see happy news. Just stay grounded, and we'll see what happens. You see what I'm saying? All right. Not everything that looks like bad news is bad news, you guys. Okay. So when I can tell when something negative hits in the articles, because I get a lot of people asking questions. All right. So hang tight. I think there's a lot of great things happening for Iraq. And the one thing that is disappointing from the Biden administration in regards to the Vietnam Dong is I also said this, and that is what? You don't expect Biden to do anything like Trump. He's not going to enforce these rules. If anything, he'll remove him off the currency list because, again, China controls Biden. Don't expect him to punish him with tariffs. So that's a bad thing. But anyways, that doesn't mean get rid of him. I'm just saying hang tight. Just put these things in your dresser. I'm talking about the currencies. We'll see what happens. All right, now there is something interesting going on in the gold and silver market. Okay, you guys know that gold and silver has slowly been creeping up quietly without a lot of attention on gold and silver. That's because everybody's attention was on cryptocurrency. We saw cryptocurrency go on a nice run. We saw record highs. It had a quick jump. I told everybody it's exciting, and I do think there's a window of opportunity, but just to be on the careful side, because what I didn't want to see happen was the same thing that happened in 2017 in December. That's why I put remember 2017 December. And what happened then, people? Well, Bitcoin went from obscure nothing, shot up for no reason up to 20,000, and then quickly went back down to nothing, pretty much. So I said, be careful of that so that it doesn't happen again and you guys miss out. But really what's going on is Biden announcing, of course, what's he announcing? The capital gains tax. It's freaking ridiculous, people, what he's charging. You got to think that they want to add on, or what is this, 42% capital gains tax? That's just ridiculous. That's too high. It's too much. In some states, they have additional taxes on that kind of earned capital. So we would be looking closer to 50-something percent, 51, 52%, especially in California. So what are people doing? While they're dumping their cryptocurrencies in an effort to try to avoid paying those higher taxes. That's why you saw the dip. But it was just my opinion that it would not continue down. Look at Dogecoin still kicking butt while going back up. So look at on a 52-week average, you know, some of these are right around 50% of the 52-week average. Bitcoin lost 1/3. Ethereum still up near its high. I mean, as a matter of fact, they got a record yesterday and then it came back down again. So Ethereum is the most consistent one. So yeah, you guys, I see all the ones out there. There's your Tether. That's one. It dropped big time. Look at this. Wow. XRP getting back up there, but again, it's 50% of its 52-week high. Dogecoin is just about 50% of its 52-week high. Uniswap, you guys, I've heard a lot of great things about Uniswap, and although it's on the low side of its 52-week high, you got to understand that the difference between the low and the high is very small, so it doesn't take much to move it on this scale. Litecoin's a little bit above 50%. So I don't think there's going to be any kind of real drop much more anyways in cryptocurrencies. Whatever drops are going to happen have already happened. You know, again, that's not guaranteed. This is just my opinion. Keep an eye on it, as all I'm saying. It was a pretty big drop. I mean, it was around 49,000 is where it was. You're talking about $15,000 loss, and it happened in 2 days. So that's the kind of crap that happened in 2017. Just be careful, okay, is all I'm saying. As far as the window is concerned, I told you, I think coming up in July, this might change drastically. Now, gold is getting up towards that resistant level of what, 1,800. It's been teetering around there. It's getting there again. And silver is above the $26. Every time it gets around $26.50, it gets pushed down a little bit and then jumps right back up. But guess what? We have something new starting again. Are you guys ready for this? Yeah, I see that. You're saying no capital gains tax on exchange and currency. Well, that's the thing. You see, most of us see this as currency. But no, these sneaky little devils in this new administration, you know what they're calling these? Collectibles. That's how they're going to force us to pay capital gains tax. That's what they're doing. Just saying. All right. Anyways, you guys know the story when it comes to buying precious metals. Check out our friends over there. Now let's get into the fun stuff. So guess what's coming up again? And they're looking for some help. And of course, we're going to jump out there and try to do our best. The next wave of the silver squeeze is on. Check this out. They've now set a date for when it starts. So are you ready? Let's go ahead and take a look at this article. A time to fight is back. A time to fight back. So this article from Sprott Money goes on to talk about our friend over there, Chris Marcus, starting to take this fight over to the CFTS. He went there. His people helped fly him out there. He went to go confront them. He really was pissed off, and he's ready to do some fighting on our behalf. Unfortunately, when he got there, they were closed down, as is most of Washington is. So it goes on to talk about that. Anyways, it says, last week we supported Chris as he raised travel funds to fly to Washington to confront the CFTC. He's there now. I think he's back home now or on his way back home now. And Monday evening, Chris released a lengthy video connecting the dots between the comics and the LBMA and the CFTC, how they are running a racketeer. These people, the CFTC, their job is to monitor the comics and the LBMA to make sure they don't manipulate the market. And guess what they're doing? Not a damn thing. But that doesn't mean we can't break out of this grip. Well, we surely could. So here's something that the LBMA did in his video, and I will post it from Chris Marcus. You guys can check it out. They admitted that the damn Wall Street silver people and that silver squeeze had them up against the rope and that they are not prepared for it. So they were able to regroup a little bit, but guess what? They are not ready to handle it. We could do it again. says, and their manipulation is squashing of the silver squeeze back in early February. We saw what they did. So anyways, video talks about it. It says, after breezing through Chris's video, I had an idea. So this person's encouraging us to do an idea. And it's, see, the first squeeze hasn't stopped in my opinion, but now we can ramp it back up again. And even the LBMA admits that we had them up on the ropes back in February. Then why the heck wouldn't we come at them again? And I agree. A boxer with his opponent pinned in a corner, wobbling, doesn't retreat and give the guy a chance to catch his breath. Instead, he increases the fury of his attack in hopes of knocking him out. So we want to knock him out. So here is the idea. The timing of which is so perfect that it almost has to work. Just as we band together with the silver squeeze late January, we shall do it again in even greater numbers this month, because a lot of people were screwed up. Let me tell you what happened. We were attacking, but the attack was not planned out. So you had people going to what's known as synthetic silver. They're going to the paper silver, and a big group of us were going to physical. Had this been organized better and everybody ran it physical, we'd have won. Don't buy the synthetic silver. And people have ETHs or ETFs in synthetic silver. This squeeze could affect you. It could hurt you. And what I mean by that is when you go to trade in your paper share for the actual physical, the odds are they're not going to have it. They even said it in there. They changed their perspectives now. They say that there's a chance they won't have it, and they'll give you cash equivalent. Well, screw the cash. You want the precious metals. So here's what's going on. So next Saturday, May the 1st, you guys, will be the 10-year anniversary of a single most egregious act of price manipulation any of us have ever witnessed. Oh, yeah, remember this. Check this out. So on the May Day Massacre 2011, after the price of the comic silver had closed at $48.50 on a Friday on April 29th, many people expected it to continue to drop. But look what happened here. All BS aside. On Monday morning, it dropped from $48.50, a whopping $6.50. It happened in 12 minutes. That is illegal. That is manipulating the markets. Now, this was back in 2011. People today are a lot more educated. There are a lot more people knowledgeable about gold and silver. There's a lot more people holding it. And now people have a lot more access to information and a lot more access to getting information out there. They tried this crap again, all hell would break loose. I really believe that. We're seeing a record number of people invest in precious metals than ever before. There were people out there that didn't even know you could buy gold and silver. So here's what they want to do on May the 1st, the 10-year anniversary. And when is May the 1st? Let's take a look. I believe that's going to be on a Saturday. They want to do this. I love it. So they want us on May the 1st. The raid is on. The comics followed with the 5 margin hikes in 9 days, while the co-conspirators, the CFTC, looked the other way. By Friday, May the 6th, the comic silver traded as low as $34. The banks and their accomplices had broken the backs of the bull market and commercial short squeeze. The rest is history. So what this guy is proposing is over the next 10 days, you guys start trading in your recyclables, start taking in your cans, scraping up a little change you can for the next few days. This is what they want us to try to accomplish. They want everybody to try to buy 100 ounces. And yes, I already know you guys. Many of you can't do that. That's okay. That doesn't mean you can't get in this fight. Grab what you could. But for those who can afford it, for those who want to jump into this fight, because there's going to be a lot of people, and this isn't here just locally, this is around the world. They want everybody to do their best to try to swipe 100 ounces of silver, physical silver off the market, not synthetic, not paper silver, not ETFs. You guys, we want you to try to reach out to your retailers, Money Metals Exchange. We're going to get in there, and each of us are going to do our best to try to swipe 100 ounces off the market. This will cause panic because this is going to happen on a Saturday. So the new wave of silver squeeze starts on May the 1st Again, you guys hear me talk about this all the time. If you're a first-time buyer in Puerto Rico or the United States, and you spend more than $100 by going to Money Metals, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you'll get an additional ½ ounce of silver for free. Now, they had this other deal going on for return buyers spending more than $500. You would have got the quarter ounce, but that deal stopped, just so you guys are aware, because some people are still asking for it. So that special is not going on for now, but newbies still can pick up their free ½ ounce, and I encourage you guys to do it. So get ready, you guys. I'm going for it. I am going to pick up 100 ounces. I'm going to do my part. I encourage you to do yours. For those of you who can't afford it, even if you could grab one, everybody grabs something. 1, 2, 5, 10, 50, 100. How if you do more, grab more. So this new wave is going to happen on May the 1st. On the 10-year anniversary of when they screwed everybody over. It's our chance to get even. So May the 1st, you guys, start recycling cans. Go out and do some yard work. Do what you can. Break into your piggy bank. I don't know what you need to do. Do something. So in case you're wondering, now you could do it a couple of different ways. You could buy 100 single ounces, or you could just buy the 100-ounce bars. So for those you don't know, I'll show you real quick how much 100 ounces cost so that you're prepared. Money Metals, here they are. 100-ounce bars, you guys. There's some in stock. They could be as low as depending on how many you buy. So you're looking at about $3,100. Yes, I know, you guys. Some of you guys are like, how? I don't have the Pimpy. That's fine. That's fine. I understand that. I'm saying do what you can. Look over here. There's 10-ounce bars. $320, even if you just do 10. 1-ounce bars. You know what I mean? Look, 34. What we're saying is it's time to ramp up and do what we can to once again put the squeeze on the market. We really want that to happen. So what's going to happen is the comics is not going to be able to do what? Make their physical deliveries. May is, I told you guys, gold and silver alternate months. So right now we're at the end of April, which is what? This is the month for gold delivery. Already we're seeing crazy amount of contracts demanding delivery from the comics for May. So there you go. I like this. Go through your house and sell anything you are not using or that's not necessary. I did this last summer. I told you guys a story. We all have it. You know what I'm talking about. I had a treadmill in my house. Just it's collecting dust. And so I sold it. Many of us got those. Come on, you guys can always pick it up later on. A lot of you guys got those cans you haven't recycled, the plastic you haven't recycled. You have that gym equipment that's been sitting there. The Bowflex that's been sitting there for 2 years. You know what I mean? You could grab 50, 100 extra bucks. You guys got that treadmill that you bought that's used more as a clothes hanger. You know what I mean? All right, Pimpy front me. Great. Okay, so look at some of you guys are going, yeah, 10 ounces. I can do it. Yeah. Silver Zombie Rule. Yeah, that's a Golden Zombie Kill. Golden Zombie Nation. That's from another YouTube channel I used to be on, you guys. We used to talk about that just to get them all riled up. Talk about the Golden Zombie Nation. So anyways, look, everybody, you'd be surprised. There's something out there you could do. You guys know this. You know what I mean? You have that piece of jewelry or that, that baseball cards. That's how I've been selling my baseball cards. You know what I mean? Quit talking about my fancy treadmill hanger, Pimpy. Oh, Michelle, this is good. So look at it, ex-husband for sale. All right, you guys, look, we all have something. You guys know this right now. So again, you guys get ready. You guys got cryptocurrencies that's taking a dive. So I'm telling you guys, diversify them. So instead of selling your cryptocurrency, waiting for the money to get in the bank, Money Metals, they take cryptocurrencies. So just go straight to Money Metals, figure out what you want to buy, and then use your cryptocurrency to purchase it. All right? If you guys get stuck, don't be shy. Call them and ask them for help. 800-800-1865. Town Pimpy sent you. All right, you guys? Get over there. So you guys get ready. So I've already pulled out about 300 cards, including several Shaquille O'Neal rookies, Derek Jeter rookies, a few Michael Jordan rookies. Yeah, they're worth a plethora of money. I'm going for it. All right? So I want to encourage you guys to come out there and jump in on this. You don't have to necessarily buy the 100-ounce. Grab what you can. Do what you can. This is the time to fight back. You guys always wanted to fight back. This is the time. Hey, how California, we pay sales tax on our precious metals for orders under. Yeah, that Loretta, I know. So you add that on top of, you know, the fact that, look, let's be honest, you know, again, it sounds like I am, because I'm attacking them, the Democrats. They tax the hell out of everything. You know what I mean? So, again, coin show in Vegas, bought 20 ounces of silver today, quarter ounce of gold. Nice. Look, you guys, the more you buy the physical metals and you bring them back, take them off the market, that's what's affecting them. Huh? So the great game tried to buy 1,000 marked bars, but hard to get delivery. Have you tried, you know, Money Metals? Because I didn't have no problems getting that many. Yeah. No, they didn't. They know who I am at Money Metals. They all know me by name. So that's funny though. Look, you guys. So again, we're there. We're close. Buy where you are. Perth Mint has 1 ounce silver kangaroo bars back in stock, you guys. So look, Perth Mint's back up, Royal Mint's back up, Money Metals, Ant Mix, all of them. You guys here in the United States, of course, I want to encourage you to reach out to our friends at Money Metals. So May the 1st, let's do all we can. Let's start off May with the bang. The reason why you want to do it in the beginning of May, it's because towards the end, when deliveries start happening and people start making the decisions on whether or not they want to take delivery, if you pressure them on the front of the month, by the time you get to the end of the month, they're going, oh, hell no. Hell no. I'm scared the metal might not be there. And they will start demanding delivery. Okay? So, what's the best place to sell sports cards? If they're graded, go on eBay, man. Unless you have some really valuable ones, like the Michael Jordan graded rookie. If you got a 9 or a 10, go to Golden Auctions. A 10 card has been getting people about $1 million. It's crazy. I'm not even kidding you guys. So old school cards. I mean, all the cards that I'm seeing now sell for tens of thousands of dollars are cards that I collected during my time. So I have to send them in to get graded. I have somewhere of about 1,200 cards I have to get graded. That's how many I have. I have over 4 million cards. I haven't been through them all. It's just crazy. I have a ton of great rookie cards during the junk wax era. So, you know, you're like me now, I've pulled out some of them that I know, like from my local card dealer. They can look at the cards and tell you that the cards could get a good grade. They'll give you a decent. They're not going to give you full price, and they're going to try to make their money off of it. But at least you can get some monies. You know what I mean? So, you know, maybe don't have to go after your Derek Jeters or your Joe Montana rookies or your Michael Jordan rookies. You know what I mean? So we will. I'm going to sell a good group of them. My goal is to try to pick up about $4,000, and then go ahead and grab some precious metals without a doubt. Okay, so. What is my address? What do you guys want my address for? So, okay, you guys, I wanted to bring this to your attention. So go ahead, and if you guys got any questions real quick, pop them in the chat. Let me see if I can answer any of them. So you guys, again, you don't have to buy the full 100 ounces. Try to do everything you can. Selling LeBron's urinal cakes. God, that's funny. Dude, you know what's so funny is I offed all my LeBron Jameses. Dude, I call him Le Bitch. I can't stand the guy at all. He's such a sellout. Physical gold and silver during the exploded presidents. What is this? Physical silver and gold is going to explode. A president in diapers. It says you want to hang out with me. Yeah, look, we're gonna get to the time we'll all hang out. When the time comes and we see these things really start to finally take effect, we're all gonna hang out in Vegas, right? Hang out there. I don't want you guys to blow all your money in Vegas, but come have fun. We just talked about the dinar. When the squeeze is over, don't crash our hard work by dumping. Yeah, don't look. A lot of you poor people are gonna be like, look, I need to jump in it. Why can't? If you guys just, I get it. You want to. Sure, I love you. You guys don't want to jump it all at one time because it causes the value to go down. What you do is you really want to hold on to it, preserve your wealth. All right. I understand that some of you are going to need to cash in some of them. That's fine. You go ahead and do that, but try to hold on to some of them is what you want to do. Okay. So Vegas, heck yeah, you guys, that dinar RV happened, whatever. I'm Vegas. Drinks on me first round. After that, you're on your own. All right. Does Money Metals or Ant Mix make sure the silver coming from China is legit? I don't think Money Metals, I might be wrong, and I'll ask Stefan about this. If they actually have silver, the only silver that I think they have, and let me just take a quick peek, would be the, I don't think they have bars. What I think they have is the Panda coins. I'm looking as I'm talking to you. So give me just a second here. But those come from their mint over there. I actually love those coins. They're beautiful coins. But I'll find out for you guys and let you guys know in the comments. All right. Ant Mix, I can't speak for Ant Mix, so I don't know. But you guys know the problem with this. So Perth was exchanging, or the bars they were using came from China, and people lost their freaking mind because a few years ago, China was selling counterfeited bars. Okay. Buy XRP on, I would get Binance platform has them as well as Theta. All right, you guys. So yeah, you're already seeing inflation happen. So what does gold and silver do? It protects you from this. Apparently, water shortage in California. I don't know why. We just had a record number of rains in 3 years. So that's going to be their excuse. They just lie to you. You got to ask yourself, why did they have the rain run off from our mountains, go directly into the oceans instead of preserving the water? Yeah, that's a Democratic thing. They really wanted to just screw up our farmlands, what they did. So yeah, you got the next round. That's what I'm talking about. And dinner. I'm game. I think the 1 ounce kangaroo bars are large scale buybacks. So yeah, you guys, those ones from Perth, make sure they're from Perth Mint. They'll be stamped by Perth Mint. Okay. If you guys ever seen the Perth Mint bars or coins, they're from Perth. There's no doubt about it. They have the stamps on them that say so. So I'll pull up world silver coins. I'll show you guys what they look like. Okay, hold on. Okay, so when you're looking at your coins, see, look at these are pandas. These are from China. They're out of. You guys, look at this. This is crazy. Just the other day, I seen 3 rows of coins. Now look at out of stock already. Man, yep, it's getting a little harder, you guys. Getting a little harder. Silver coins. Let me come back here. I'm just curious and all. Let's just see silver coins. Okay, so here's some. Constitutional silver is always good. As a matter of fact, the best bang for your buck is buying constitutional silver. You get more silver. So you see this? These are the British silver Britannias, Canadians, South African Krugerrands. So the koalas, this is from Perth. These are beautiful coins. I love them in the Krugerrands. I mean, not the Krugerrands, but the cocoa burls. So you see this? It tells you Australian. So look at this. Here's a 2021. These are going to be short printed, I think, because 2021, they closed down their mints. And here's the kangaroos. Gang. So, but look at it as you go down. Look, out of stock. There's some Queen's Bee still left over. Out of stock. So yeah, again, you guys, just looking, the bars. Let me look at AntMix. They'll tell you where they're from. All right, you guys. So you could look. So constitutional silver is really good. They call it junk silver, and I don't know why they call it junk silver, because it has no collectible value outside of the precious metals. That's what constitutional silver is. Again, I'll show you super quick so you guys can see. I just showed you, but I know a lot of people have been asking me this question, so I do want to show you one last time. All right, you guys, take a look at this. This is called constitutional silver. So when you come here to Money Metals, see where it says silver? See where it says junk silver? Just click it. Now, it's junk silver because it has no collector's value. The only value that it has is the precious metals itself. So these are pre-1965, 90% silver. Okay, so you get this one here. This is a mixture of quarters and silver dimes. You have half dollars if you want to do pre-1965 half dollars. So you have Walking Liberty, Benjamin Franklin's, Kennedy, half dollars. Those are always fun. They also have dollars, Morgan dollars. So see these older Morgan dollars, but they're just beat to death. That's why they're called junk silver. It's called constitutional because back then this was what the Constitution wanted. They said our currency should be made of silver. Constitution. Okay. So we have gotten away from that. All right. That's the best bang for your buck when it comes to silver, buying constitutional silver. Okay. What about silver bullets? Well, it just depends. It's 999 silver. So whether it's done in a bullet, because there's a lot of people like to collect it, the point is you want to make sure it's pure silver, and it is. They have them there as well. All right, you guys. So again, on May 1st, let's get the word going. So if we plan this out now and we're doing it, we got plenty of time. May 1st is coming up. You got about 10 days. All right. So now's the time. Do what you can. Start planning. Start doing what you can to start saving up your money. Start spreading the word. We don't want the shares. We want you to take the physical silver off the market. Silver Eagles and Maples are easiest to sell. Yeah, so the reason why I buy the Silver Eagles or even the Maple Leaves, which are the Canadian ones, and the Canadian ones, you guys, are much cheaper. So again, I'll show you real quick. If you're trying to get more bang for your buck, the most recognizable coins in the world and easiest to sell are always the Silver Eagles. The second most popular are the Canadian coins. All right, the silver Maple Leaves, and they're just a little bit more cheaper. So here you go. So you see these are $36.89 per coin. If you come over to Maple Leaves, see this, they're about $3 cheaper, $3.70 cheaper. So if you want to get more bang for your buck, then grab Maple Leaves. All right, you get more of them. But you can see right here, there's currently online. So the maximum you could buy is 2,500 of them. And some of you guys are going, I don't got 25. Yeah, you'd be surprised how many of my subscribers can easily swipe up 2,500. So all you want to do is, if you're going to be able to grab 100 of them, just grab 100. You'll be able to stay within their maximum. And there's a 1-week delivery delay. Okay, so don't worry about it. The point is, and it's got the privy. Nice. That's collectible, by the way. So anyways, yeah, that's nice. So those are the Maple Leaves. That's more bang for your buck. And let's take a look at one other thing. I want to see if they're not sold out. Do they have them? And even more cheaper, look at this. 1 troy ounce, the Cougaran. So these are $31.79. That's even cheaper than the Maple Leaves. So if you want to get more bang for your buck, try going for the South African Cougarans. Look, 1 ounce of silver is 1 ounce of silver. Okay? So there's a Cougaran's cheaper. Then the next is the Maple Leaves. But the Maple Leaves and the Eagles are the easiest to resell. They're the most popular, and you can sell them anywhere in the world. All right. So hi, Lori. I'm about to end my thing here. But so you guys, right now we got time. So the next wave of Silver Squeeze starts exactly on May the 1st. As soon as you wake up, start jumping online. Or hell, as soon as it's midnight, start jumping online. Grab what you can. Grab what you can. The goal is they want everybody to grab 100 ounces if possible. If you can't get 100 ounces, grab 1. Grab 2. Grab 10. Grab what you can. But the point is, everybody's going to do this on May the 1st. We're going to start the next round of Silver Squeeze. Starts May 1st. So we're not going to buy synthetic silver. You're not going to buy ETFs. You're not going to buy stocks. You're going to buy the physical. Had this been coordinated the right way the first time, we'd have been successful. I think we're going to be successful this time again. It's time for the squeeze the proper way. And for those of you who want to exchange your cryptocurrencies, I'll say it one last time. You don't have to cash in your cryptocurrencies and wait for the money to hit the bank. Money Metals allows you to make your purchases using cryptocurrencies. So just use your cryptocurrencies if you want to purchase the silver. All right. So that's our next round, you guys. Look, I appreciate you guys checking in. I love when you guys come and join me. We had over 450 odd people. That's a freaking outstanding. I love it. I'm excited about this. We got time. We have plan. Find stuff in your house you don't need. Find stuff in your house you don't want. Base parts, collectibles, plates, you know, that fancy drying clothes hanger of a treadmill, bikes that you don't use. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, I'm going to go hiking. You buy a brand new bike, but you haven't used it. It's been sitting there collecting rust for 2 years. You know, crap like that. Look around your house. You got 10 days. Have yard sales. Let's get ready. Let's get pumped. Fired up. Ugh. All right, you guys. Appreciate you guys checking in. Do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button because it does help me out tons. For those of you who are not subscribers, please subscribe because when you do, it helps out the channel. And I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later. I'm out.